Hello, good afternoon. Welcome to another video from TW White & Sons. Here we have today a Mazda 6 Tourer. Now we're super excited about having this car because every Tourer we have doesn't seem to hang about and we're always getting people asking for them. Now this actually came in part exchange against a 2020 plate Tourer. I actually personally sold this car new maybe 3 years ago to the previous owner. We've always kept in touch, and he asked me if there was any others coming in, which there was, and another one that we took in Part X he's driven away with. I think he picked it up, yeah, he picked it up yesterday, and we've got this car back, and it's as nice as it was when we sold it to him. Now this car has covered about 41,000 miles. It's the 2.2 turbo diesel, 150 PS. Now this is only, and you won't believe me, £25 a year to tax. That's right, £25 a year. So that can help towards the cost of living crisis. Otherwise, I think it would probably be £180. So there's a saving there. Certainly a tank and a half of fuel. And these are super economical. This on the trip computer, let's get out of the way of this taxi. This on the trip computer has worked out to do 46.8 mpg, and as you can tell from the mileage, the gentleman doesn't do many miles. He just uses the car at the weekend because he plays in a band, so he does weddings, etc., but in the day he works up in London. So that's hence the reason he wanted an estate car, because you can actually fit more in one of these than you can in any of our SUVs. And I'm really sad actually, because the Mazda 6 has recently been discontinued, like a lot of cars of its class, because the SUV market have really taken over. I think these are continued to be sold in other parts of the world, but the UK market is very much SUV driven. So we still get people looking for estates. They're hard to come by, which is probably why we don't have them for terribly long. Now this has got a full history with us. It was last serviced in December. That's when we originally started talking about changing the vehicle. So it's got a full service history, and I've got a copy of that in the on the passenger seat. So I'll share that with you when we get in the car. Now, look at the boot on this. Yep, so an enormous boot, and should you want any more space, you've got these clever little levers here, folds down flat, so you can see why somebody who plays in a band, I believe he's a drummer, yeah, a drummer in a band would need such a car. Look at that, enormous amounts of leg room, and this is a facelifted car. So in 2015/2016, they had a facelift. They got an electric handbrake. I know not a lot of people are fans of them, but you get used to them very quickly. But the car became more refined. It had a better sat-nav, better phone system, which I'll show you when we get in the car. Just became a better on what was already an excellent car. Just having a look, all the tyres look very new as well. Right, here we go. So all the alloys, by the way, are in pristine condition. I've taken photographs of them. Now even though this is the SE spec, it still comes very well spec'd. So you've got traction control, and these are really torquey, so that's a good thing to have. An intelligent engine stop-start system, which will turn your car off when stationary. Turn the engine off, sorry, when stationary, to well, really to be better on the environment, but it will be better on your pocket too. And you've got a tyre pressure monitoring system which will notify you should your tyre pressures deviate 4 psi or more. Now we've got 2 keys for the car, so let me start this vehicle. So clutch down, and then you've got this start button here. Okay, now there's the mileage, 41,010, so just over 41,000 miles. And look at this service history, look. So, we didn't supply the car new, it was supplied by Norton Way Mazda. And then it was serviced by RWE Mazda in Stockport at 9,000 miles a year after. Then Romford Mazda, who aren't too far from us, in 19, And then we acquired the car, TW White and Sons, in 19. So we've known the car for sort of half the mileage. So we've done a service in November 19, November 20, 21, and December 2022 at 38,999. So as you can see, it's got a really good service history, and that is really important because diesel cars, like you probably know, they do need, you know, the oil changes. They do need to be properly serviced. Otherwise, you can get into problems. Okay, all the recalls, etc., have all been done on this car, obviously, because it's been looked after by Mazda. Now, the steering wheel is in excellent condition. You've got these more up-to-date buttons. You can answer your phone call, your info, your trip computer, cruise control. Yeah, you've got rake and reach adjustment on the steering column. Communication. Now, you can upgrade this. It probably didn't exist when this car was new, but to have Apple CarPlay, Android Auto. So if you want that done, let us know and we'll have it done before you collect the vehicle. It's I think it's £300 all in, and then you can, you know, navigate your smartphone through this system here. By the way, this is touchscreen, but I'm operating it from this human interface. I think it's officially known as a multimedia commander, because once you start moving, this is disengaged as a touch screen, so really you want to get used to using this and it becomes completely second nature. Now here we go, you've got FM, AM, you've got a DAB radio, which is wonderful, and then you can obviously stream things through your Bluetooth. Oh, I've already just been on there. Applications, fuel economy monitor. Now this car is actually a mild hybrid vehicle, so there's another battery on the car, so when you're slowing down, braking, etc., it charges this battery, which will then run things like my heating, etc. So less stress on the engine, better fuel consumption. And as you can see, this car's been doing 47 mpg, so, you know, superb. These perform superbly as well. They've got so much power, really great for overtaking motorway journeys. Obviously, you know, it's not a racing car, but it's got that power there where you need it, really. So superb. In fact, it makes the petrol feel quite anemic. Communication, so once your phone's paired up, you can access your phone, book your call list, dial call, missed calls, etc. If you've got an Android phone, it will also notify you of a text message and give you the option to read it out, which can be entertaining. You've got a great sat-nav system, and I've actually driven one of these cars. In fact, it probably was identical to this. I rented in Poland, and I drove to the Tatra Mountains, which is the natural Czech, Slovak, and Polish border. Beautiful place called Zakopane, with the world's largest ski slope, I believe. And it did a great job. Now in the UK, you put your postcode in and off you go. Obviously, when I went abroad, I whittled it down by country, town, etc. And it did a great job, really did. So sat nav we've covered. In the settings here, so you've got display settings. You can turn that off. You can also adjust the brightness, etc. and whatnot. Safety, well, these cars are very safe. there are some that have got things like blind spot monitoring system, etc. Obviously this particular one doesn't, so there's a blank screen. Sound, you've got a great sound system. I say this car belonged to a musician. It sounds really good. The sport version has a Bose stereo. Really, I would say they're all excellent. The Bose one obviously just has that little edge. You've got a GPS synced clock, so no need to sort of look at that. Door lock settings, for example, the door will lock after 30 seconds if you don't open it after you've unlocked it. So yeah, nice, easy to use menu. You got air conditioning, cruise control, as we've mentioned, but it's all a very nice car. It's not a car that's been sort of got into a bad condition and then been sort of cleaned to death with all that gooey stuff. It's a good, honest car, and we know it very, very well. And if the previous owner's watching, without mentioning his name, thank you so much for such a lovely car and taking care of it. Now, because we were a Mazda dealer, this will come with a Mazda warranty. So that's the follow-on from the Mazda manufacturer's warranty, so it's called a ZZ Plus used car warranty, so extremely comprehensive. It includes MOT insurance and roadside assistance for 12 months. So if you did as I did, and you travelled across Europe and you got a flat tyre, etc., they will rescue you. And also, you know, if you break down at home, normally flat batteries, that tends to be what we encounter, you've got home start as well. Okay. Part exchange is extremely welcome, and I really mean extremely. If you look at my forecourt, you would think, oh, you've got a lot of Mazdas, but you've got a lot of an array of different makes and models. We want your part exchange. You'll get the best deal with a part exchange, but please do what they encourage you so heavily to do these days, and punch your reg number in and all that sort of stuff. But we want your car. Okay. We just took a part exchange in Nissan Qashqai, you know, and we gave them more money than these websites, and no, we really want those cars. You'll get the best deal with those cars. We've got all the dealer facilities, great finance facilities, part exchange, which we've mentioned, warranty extension, but please do bear in mind you get a year's warranty up front, and it's a proper warranty. I say proper, it's comprehensive. It's very, very good. I say it's a follow-on from the Mazda's warranty, so it does reflect, you know, Mazda's sort of ethos. If you'd like any further information, video, walk around, more video, photographs, don't hesitate to ask. We are here to help. We really do mean that. And check out our reviews. It'll give you a good idea of what sort of company we are to do business with. I just sold a car to a gentleman on the Isle of Wight, and he actually went through the reviews because he was sort of a distance away, and bought a Ford Cougar, and he was, you know, he put him at ease. He actually heard my name in the reviews, etc. But yeah, it'll give you a good representation of who you're doing business with. Okay, and should you be looking outside regular business hours or our regular business hours, please don't hesitate to get in touch. You know, if you give us a call and we're not there, it's out of hours, leave a voicemail. We will call you back, or drop us an email. Okay, so I want to thank you for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it. I think this is the second time I've must have videoed this car, and we look forward to hearing from you. Thank you. Bye bye.